Hey yo, you're from the Neighborhood Quarter Guy here, and you want to hear me talk about Mega Man again? Yeah. If you're watching my Mega Man X Command Mission Let's Play, I hope you're enjoying that. I'm trying to get videos out as consistent a pace as I can, but I can't guarantee how consistent that'll be. But anyway, that's not the point I'm trying to make. It has been a rather mixed week for Mega Man fans. For one thing, the latest trailer for Mega Man's spiritual successor, Mighty Number 9, recently came out this week, and, oh my god, that trailer was so cringe. Wow, I mean, seriously, I've seen people compare the explosions to bad cheese pizza and bad pasta, and they just look so bad. And the narrator was just so... The narrator struck me as someone who was trying way too hard to be hip. Hello, fellow kids. Seriously, making bad guys cry like anime fans on Prime Night? How patronizing can you get? Ugh. In fact, the trailer was so bad that the Twitter of Inti Creates, the company who helped co-develop the game alongside Keiji Inafune's concept, actually called out publisher Deep Silver on how bad the trailer was, calling it unforgivable. Oh my god, that trailer was so atrocious! Oh boy. But that aside, back to actual Mega Man. More specifically, what was revealed at MomoCon. I wish I was there with my YouTube buddies right now, but it's like, man, I wish I could... Man. So anyways, some details were announced for the first time about the upcoming Mega Man animated series, being worked on by Ben 10 creators Man of Action, and after the initial shock of Mega Man's redesign for this apparently alternate universe series wore off, I have to say, I don't think it's the Mega Man design itself was bad, just the initial drawing that was bad. The design itself just is taking some getting used to, but I'm sure I'll be able to adapt to it. As for the story they've outlined, it kind of seems familiar. I mean, a schoolboy robot who transforms into a robotic superhero kinda reminds me of the plot of the ill-fated Dreamwave Mega Man comic. Now, I haven't actually read it, but I heard it wasn't too good. But then again, this is a cartoon, so I guess I'm gonna have to take a wait-and-see attitude with this one. Anyways, tomorrow, schedule permitting, I'll be getting back to my Mega Man Rock Force streaming. I've gotten up to the Fusion robot bosses, so things are getting interesting there. Again, schedule permitting, I'll start streaming at 3 p.m. Central Time. That is 4 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Pacific. Now, for my question of the week, I'd like to ask, do you think the Mega Man cartoon has any chance of being good? As always, leave your answers in the comments below. I'll feature my favorite answers on next week's episode. Here are last week's winners. And with that, time for the Fourth Wall Mailbag. As always, if you want to send me a question, go to my channel, go to the About tab, click the Send Message button, and send me your questions. Favorite questions will be featured on the next episode. First question this week comes from Nikki Corbins, who asks, who is your favorite character in Persona 4 Arena? Yuna Arakami, because I'm a vanilla piece of shit. Yeah, I've admitted I have a thing for poster characters, and I'm pretty much vanilla as shit. But Yuna Arakami is just a relatively easy character to play. I mean, his moves are easy to pick up on, and I really like his finisher as well. So yeah, just me being vanilla as usual. Next question comes from Mew Fangirl, who asks, how many games in the Final Fantasy series have you played and which ones? How many loaves of bread have you eaten in your lifetime? But obscure reference aside, let's see, I played Final Fantasy 1, archaic. Final Fantasy 2, really, yeah, I like the plot, but the level up system in Final Fantasy 2 is just bass-ackwards. I mean, you increase life points by getting hit? That just doesn't work. That just doesn't make sense to me. Final Fantasy 3, you all know my thoughts on that. Final Fantasy 4, my favorite one. Final Fantasy 5, what 3 probably should have been. Final Fantasy 6, classic. Final Fantasy 7, classic, though the graphics haven't exactly aged well. Good thing it's getting a remake. Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 9, one of my favorites. Final Fantasy 10, not too bad, first Final Fantasy game I played. Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy 13, guilty pleasure. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, underrated, in my opinion. So those are the ones I played. Next question comes from Tykeman, who asks, have you ever played a game in the Rhythm Heaven franchise? As a matter of fact, I have. I've played the Rhythm Heaven on the DS and Rhythm Heaven Fever on the Wii, and I liked both of them. They're fun, they're simple, they're quirky. I like their style, and I'm glad that we're getting Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix on the 3DS localized. That's gonna be fun. Next question comes from Renegade Phoenix, who asks, do you recognize Senket's voice from anywhere else? Are you referring to the sub or the dub? Because I don't recognize from the Japanese version, but from the dub, yeah, definitely, David Vincent. Same person who did the narrator from JoJo's, the voice of Jin Kisaragi, Hakumen, Grimmjow, Robin. Yeah, I recognize that voice. Performance matters. Last question this week comes from Hero of the Vor, who asks, have you ever played Honey Pop? Nope, not planning on getting it either.